Let's learn English through real life and easy stories. Today, we asked some people, what's a food you hated as a kid but love now? Avocado. My mom always told me that I was a pretty easygoing kid. I could eat basically anything. However, I could never understand why people liked avocados. I thought they were bland, mushy, and kind of weird. So I remember it was a sunny summer day, and I was at a friend's house. They made a healthy salad with avocado slices on top. At first, I was hesitant. I took a small bite, and to my surprise, I liked it. The avocado was creamy and had a subtle flavor that I could actually enjoy. That's when I started realizing how great it actually was. For the next few weeks, I decided to try more avocado. I started putting it on toast with a little salt and pepper. I also made smoothies with avocado for an extra creamy texture. It was amazing how versatile avocado could be. You could make it sweet or savory, and it always tasted good. What a magical fruit. Green tea. When I was younger, I could never understand the appeal of green tea. Like, it was so bitter. It was even more bitter than some medicine. Why would anyone want to willingly drink medicine? I much preferred juices or soda, kid stuff. Anyway, I remember it was a chilly afternoon. I was visiting a friend in Japan who offered me a cup of green tea. I took a sip, and to my surprise, it wasn't as bitter as I remembered. And I noticed how calming it felt. That's when I realized green tea had so much more to offer. For the next few days, I was still in Japan for other business, so I had the chance to drink green tea regularly. I replaced my usual sweet drinks with green tea in the mornings. I ordered green tea whenever I ate out. It was light, slightly astringent, with a refreshing grassy flavor. I've learned to love its taste, and I truly appreciate the calm it brings. After that trip, I have made a habit of drinking a cup every morning before work. It's become my ritual. It's like a comforting moment of peace before starting the day. Grandma's spinach soup. When I was small, I absolutely hated spinach. The taste was too strong for me, and the texture was slimy. However, there was a problem. My grandma adored spinach soup. Whenever she made it, I would push it away. That was one of my biggest regrets. Years later, I had a chance to try spinach again as an adult. It was a cold winter afternoon, and I went to a restaurant for a quick dinner. The food set I ordered had spinach soup. I was hesitant at first, but, I was super hungry. I took a bite, and the flavors were so comforting. The spinach was soft, yet full of flavor, and the broth was savory. It reminded me of the warm, cozy afternoons spent at Grandma's house. After that day, I started experimenting with spinach in my own cooking. To my surprise, I found that spinach was not only tasty, but also versatile. I made simple spinach soups, added it to salads, and even mixed it in smoothies. I learned to appreciate spinach's earthy flavor and how it added a nice balance to meals. And every time I enjoy spinach, I remember my grandma and her warm soup. It's not just about the taste, it's a reminder of love, family, and comfort. Every bowl of spinach soup I make brings me back to my grandma's kitchen. It's funny how something I once disliked has become one of my favorites. Durian. This is one of the most controversial fruits I know, and it is still strange to me that I can even change my feelings towards it. let me present you Durian. So I still remember how little me couldn't stand the smell of durian. It was overpowering and pungent, and I always tried to avoid it. Every time my family would eat it, I'd run to another room. Until one day, I remember it clearly. It was during a family gathering one summer. Everyone was sitting around the table enjoying a feast. Suddenly, my cousin brought out a fresh durian. And for the first time in forever, I sensed an aromatic smell, something I had never smelled before. The smell of ripe durian, sweet and creamy, tempted me to take a bite. So I took a small bite of the soft, creamy flesh. To my surprise, the taste was sweet, rich, and even a little nutty. It was so good, one of the best things I have ever eaten. From that day, I started enjoying durians more. I also started looking for durian desserts, like durian cakes and pastries. The more I tried, the more I appreciated the unique flavor. Now, whenever I see durian at markets, I'm excited to buy it. It's funny to think about how much I used to dislike it. Broccoli. As a kid, I couldn't stand broccoli. The taste was too strong, the smell was awful, and the texture just weird. But as it turns out, things change. One evening, my boyfriend invited me over for a home-cooked dinner. He promised he'd make something special, so I was really excited. When I arrived, I couldn't help but notice a huge plate of broccoli on the table. I immediately felt a little disappointed. How can this be something special? Silly me was eating dinner with a huge pouting face. But then, in the middle of our conversation, he suddenly kneeled down on one knee. To my surprise, he proposed. Yes, right there. While I was half suffering through the broccoli, he popped the big question. Of course I said yes, not because of the broccoli though. He's actually the sweetest person ever. Honestly, I've never told him how much I hated broccoli. He could never have known. Now, every time I eat broccoli, I think about that night and the beautiful memory. I realized that over time, I've started to actually like it, thanks to my special someone. Thank you for watching. We would love to hear your answer to the question as well. What's a food you hated as a kid but love now? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun lessons. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video.